All right, we are live everywhere.
Woo! So we just ended our first day content of our mastermind. What do you guys think? My head hurts.
A lot.
A lot to implement.
Yeah.
Well, first off, happy today's day. I think it was great. It was so much input. Yes, some things we've already heard, but it's about implementing. And that I think those mastermind trainings give you the energy that you need in order to implement the things finally that you haven't been implementing so far. So I just loved it. And it also gave me a lot of energy with the new business that I'm doing now. Helping people save their life and save their time. So I'm super pumped and I'm just ready to just go.
Yeah, I agree.
What is the top learning, Wendy?
What's that?
What is your top key takeaway?
I mean, it's stuff that I've already done and know, but it's always good to get refreshers, and hit the reset button. I mean, a lot of us have been complacent in certain areas of our business. So, and accountability is especially as an entrepreneur, it's lonely out here sometimes. So accountability, making sure that, it's just a checklist, So for me, I'm a list kind of person, so that's always been good. But there's a lot of key points. I think that we've all heard it as entrepreneurs at some point. But accountability is best, and doing it in a group setting is, you can't beat that because you're getting live experience with it. Wendy done speaking.
All right, go ahead. Just talk, Michelle, and then Tracy, Christy, and then Jackie. Go ahead.
Okay, so I had said in the very beginning that I felt like I got my money's worth like in the first 20 minutes. Because I think a lot of times, like for what I wanted to do with my business, I'm like, yes, this is what I want to do. These are my plans. But then all these doubts creep in and other people are like, well, do you really want to do that? Is that really going to work? And I'm sure that's what, Starbucks, offering their Wi-Fi and Southwest not offering meals. Like you get a lot of that flack from everybody else, and it's like, okay, well, who am I supposed to please or not please? So for me, right now, my storefront is only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I have heard so much flack. How are you going to run a business only open 3 days a week? But I have so many plans and reasons why that I want to do it. So I have actually been telling people, okay, well, when school starts, then I'll open more. And so after the meeting today, I'm like, no, I'm going to stick to my Thursday through Saturday because that all goes in with the core values that I have to begin with. So I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to stick with what I want and what I feel is right for my business. So that was like, it's so huge. I have no words because I'm so excited, and it has given me the confidence that I know what the hell I'm doing. I just need to trust myself.
Wonderful. Tracy.
There was multiple things that came to mind today. With my mobile tech app company, I had this space to kind of do everything that we talked about today and set it up. And one of the comments today was maybe you need to simplify. And I was trying so hard to stay hands-on with that previous business and not focus on this newest launch that I did this last year, because the newest launch was technically launched in a pandemic, in a crisis situation. So, I was building the plane as I was flying it, so to speak. So this is reminding me, hey, the reason the other business scaled so quickly is because you did all of these things before you actually officially launched that business full scale. And so this was just today reminded me, you do need to go back to those basics. You need to have those conversations with yourself. And then also I think as an entrepreneur, we tend to think that we're capable of so much because we are capable of so much more than other individuals are. And that I walked in thinking I need to get an admin assistant to keep me organized and put together and my buckets being properly taken care of. And it just that in itself was worth the time and energy I spent today. So I don't want to wait 90 days to have somebody officially, but you never know, because they've got to be side by side, hands in with me. So that was huge in itself. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, I guess, is what I'm trying to say at the end of all of this. And that's what today gave me.
Thank you for sharing. And Jackie?
This Jackie.
Yes.
Oh, there was so much because, and I, my mind was racing because I was trying to think across the different businesses and where I want to focus, probably more strategic for the newer businesses and how I can approach things. And like that, it's all stuff we've heard before, but having it broken down like that and just knowing that I don't feel on my own doing all this, that there are other people that understand and get it. And like I've said before, a lot of my friends are bloody amazing, but they're not entrepreneurs. And I've always had this, from going from corporate life and then to entrepreneurship, business creative side. So definitely the same as Tracy, I had actually verbalized it twice recently about needing an EA, and more and more I know I need to focus on that as my next hire. I'm not sure when I'll be able to do it because I've been bootstrapping the businesses and stuff. So that's something I have to look at, but it's certainly a priority for me. So I'm so glad not just to be doing all this learning and refreshing and that, but to be doing it with you guys. So thank you.
Christy, what about, I think it's a lot of it, like we've heard it a lot in Clubhouse, but like a kind of, it kind of validates everything and kind of make it even more better because it's more structured. Even today with a little bit of an overview of what are things are coming in the next few months. So it's kind of good because then we can really narrow it down and do it piece by piece. I think for me is I know that I need to centralize my processes and really follow through the Rockefeller habits, which it's a lot to do, right? Like there's a lot of things that we need to be doing there to really scale the business. So it kind of reminded me like I need to work on a lot to do all these things. And like having you guys, it's fun actually learning when you know everybody and you kind of giggle in there. I think that's the most fun because we all know each other.
Can I ask you guys something, if you don't mind? I have a situation, my operations manager.
Jackie, we're live.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I wanted to remind you.
But it's not being recorded or anything.
Yeah.
No, it's being broadcast.
It's a broadcast.
Okay. Oh, when you meant live, oh, holy.
Okay, we'll just do it privately, okay?
When you said StreamYard, I just thought it was just a group get
together. Against Facebook, Instagram. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Hey, everybody. Oh,
hey, this is reality. Okay, Christy, go ahead. I'm glad I caught you in there. That's confidential. That goes to our forum. There you go.
So I really got a lot out of today, and even in the beginning I wrote a lot of notes, but when he asked about what do you think about competition and do you look at trying to be the best versus being unique and being your own you to do your own business versus trying to compete and be the best. You just need to be unique and that'll sell, right? And then the other thing is the execution of, because I'm just starting up and I hired out to people that were going to do better than me that I knew in terms of Shopify and all that. And I've learned that it does need to be teamwork and it does need to be healthy. and to know that that's not happening. The decisions, that's why I said the backbone to, you know, be on top of it of what I know should be done at this point, and it just hasn't happened. So I have to really know that you have to be healthy in alignment with the person, no matter if you're hiring them to work for you to get your startup. So I learned a lot of that today too, because I can't do anything until that gets done. And so that's something that I need to take charge for sure.
Anyone else? Is there a recap or learning today?
Yeah, can I share something?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I think it was really incredible. Many of us, we have business, maybe we have a new business. We've already been through a lot of this stuff with our old business or with maybe other people's businesses. But the truth is, I know even for me, like the BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal, core values, all that stuff, I don't really think about it until later on. So it's like, hey, I want to do this new business. And if it's successful, then I'll maybe do all this stuff, which is totally like backwards, right? Like I want to jump in. So it was great today to look at that BHAG, that long term, I like that 3HAG. So that 3-year goal, but then work backwards and start filling in. Then he said that, what do we have to do in 90 days? And then start filling that back, the core values, the purpose, brand promise, working through all those things that I probably should have done on day one, but always put off until later on. I mean, there's even billion-dollar corporations that don't even have good core values or purpose, that don't even have a BHAG, right? They've gotten there along the way. So I think it's really eye-opening to kind of figure out that long-term strategy, the long-term goal, and then kind of work our way backwards.
I think it's kind of good that we all have our accountability team, because we all can write it down, but who's going to make you like, hey, have you really done what you said you're going to do? I think that puts us in place of like, okay, I really need to do all those things that I mentioned.
Yeah, and it's not just that, Kate, but we all hear things differently. We all learn differently. We take things on board differently. So what not one like my interpretation of something might be totally different from what somebody else gleaned. So having this mastermind and this forum whereby we can share what it is we got out of it, and communicate with this core group now, and be able to learn as a collective. I mean, this is just so valuable having a team of people that you can call on, message, whatever. And I'm just so happy that I made this decision.
Yeah. And I want to say that being in the business of another whole different entity, I still use that to be a part of what I need to do every day to be successful. So I'm also waiting on this person, but I do have the wherewithal to continue what I know I can do. And I got into a place in New York. I got overseas, commitments, but I'm still waiting on that thing. But this definitely showed me that to get anything done, you have to align yourself with what's proper in terms of this mastermind. So I really appreciate being here and knowing that all the things that we've done before can also incorporate any new ways of doing things. Because when I started business, there weren't even websites. You marketed by going door to door and putting a little flyer on the door. So it's a lot different, but I use those same properties of diligence to be where I'm at today. So I'm very happy and proud of that. So I thank you, Kate, so much, and Daniel, for this opportunity to be around people that guide you and put you in a place to grow. No matter what level you are, you can still be amazing and grow more. And Wendy, for making sure that I got on Clubhouse many months ago, because I kept denying it. So I thank you for that too, because we're all in this together and we need to support each other to be our best us. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and I love, like you said, Danielle mentioned, like it's so good, like having female entrepreneurs in one forum. Like that's so rare, and I love this. Like we're all so colorful. Look at us, like so diverse and different.
I
It's so
right.
yes.
I'll never forget. I saw this post on Instagram, and it was by Sarah Blakely, and she was in New York, and she took a picture of a newsstand, and all the major business publications had all females on the cover, and it was like, oh my gosh! And I reposted it, and that's kind of like the staple. And then, Entertainment Magazine had 3 women at Netflix for streaming that are the executive. So that really speaks to me, because I am in a male dominated industry. I'm the only female at the table 99.9% of the time. And so this is new energy for me, which is fantastic. No offense, Daniel, because I love the guys' input too. But there's just a different, I don't know, I can't explain it. There's just a different energy with female energy. And especially for me, my product, not that males, don't like candles, but really my audience is female. And I don't know, there's just been a great connection. Clubhouse was a game changer. I learned a lot and started this from there. And I just started. And I think that all of us are in different spots in our businesses, right? So like I didn't need some of this today, but it's on the back burner for when I do. But I took the pieces that I needed to implement immediately, or that refreshed my goals immediately, and then I'll take the rest later. But having a product and having a service are completely different animals, I think, when it comes to scaling. So that's a differentiator too.
Really awesome. Well, I know we're also exhausted. It's been a long day for us. So thank you so much, you guys. And you guys look so fabulous. And let's keep on scaling our businesses.
Yeah, the next time I know that this is going to be live, I'll be I'll put on a funny stand. I'm going to dress up like Wendy. I'm going to, pretend that Ireland isn't dark and gloomy right now. Oh God, I'm going to be laughing about this later.
This has been a fun day, and I can't wait to get together again and for our next forum. And super excited. A lot of things happening.
Yes.
Thanks.
Excited.
100% agree.
This-
My heart and my head are full. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.